Sustainability can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people, right? There is a broad spectrum, whether you're talking about the green side or just the longevity and future proof of a business, right?
Absolutely, Hunter. Sustainability can mean so many different things to different people, but what it really means is business value, mitigating risk, reducing cost, and reducing negative impact and creating a foundation of sustainability, which means being able to do things for a really long time without losing energy, resources, and all of those things that are important to creating value.
Creating value. And I would say that from my role, when I'm speaking to a client, there's a lot of questions to be asked. But what we do at Crete United is I get to call the experts like yourself and your team as part of Emerald Built Environments, a Crete United company. And somebody says, where do I start? Right? What are the options that you could do, whether it's an energy audit, a facility assessment, or an engineering assessment? Those three, when would I use them? And maybe we start with an energy audit.
Sure. So an energy audit is something that we would recommend to any organization that has buildings and they're trying to be more efficient. They're trying to look for those things that they can do. If it's more controls, different lighting, an upgraded HVAC, maybe a whole new system, but they're focused on cost savings and on reducing their impact using less.
Okay.
That's what an audit does. It helps identify those specific measures that they can do to drive efficiency.
Okay. So energy audit, really focused on energy efficiency.
Yes.
The second, a facility assessment. When would a company use that?
A facility assessment is really going to help an organization understand a long-term picture of what it needs to do with its buildings in order to make things work better and when it might need to make repairs. So it's more of a step back look at sort of the overall health of this building, what systems might be of concern because they're aging out or they aren't quite operating the way they wanted them to, and what do we need to do next? What do we need to be looking for? So it's more of a holistic view of plan. It allows for better planning, if you will, but it's not so specific like an audit, which is how do I save energy?
Right. Okay. And then the third,
Engineering assessment.
all right. So when do we phase that into?
So an engineering assessment would come in after an audit or after a facility assessment where you have a solution that you want to fully explore. Like what would it mean to change the HVAC system out? Or what if for whichever reason, it's at its end of life and now is an opportunity to totally look at a different approach to the way you're going to heat or cool your building. Maybe you're in a manufacturing facility and you want to heat capture instead of just relying on natural gas to provide heat because you have a process load. That's something that's going to require a more detailed engineering assessment to understand how to achieve the results.
And as we heard our colleagues, Dane and Courtney, talk about earlier in the Thought Leadership series, there are financial benefits, tax incentives that can be recaptured, right? Rebates, as well as certifications that you may need in order to submit an application for those financial incentives, right? And so the facility assessment may say, hey, here's what we're looking at. Here's your, largest cost center as part of the building. Mm-hmm. The energy audit may say, in terms of your entire load, we can help reduce here, here, and here to get you to a silver, gold, LEED certification. And then the engineering assessment says, here's how we're going to do that. Here's the steps we're going to take to achieve it.
Absolutely.